It has officially been named the Black Forest Fire. So there's that one's pretty straightforward. First report came in right around 1 o'clock this afternoon. As I mentioned earlier, the Black Forest Fire Department had command of the fire up until approximately 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. when we did a delegation of authority. The sheriff's office took over and immediately inserted a Type 3 command incident. And that incident commander is Scott Campbell, and they are still under a Type 3 command. As I briefed earlier, we have reached out for a Type 1 incident command team, and that team is en route, and they're expected to take over command sometime tomorrow afternoon. Just to give some basic information, we have about 155 firefighters engaged in this fire. We have 130 law enforcement. They're still engaged in evacuations and confirming evacuations. We have 16 water tenders, 36 engines, that's fire apparatus, 4 bulldozers, and you've noticed a lot of aerial activity, obviously before it got dark. We've had 4 Type 1 helicopters, 1 Type 2 helicopter, 1 Type 3 helicopter, and 1 Type 1 air tanker. I just received information from Congressman Lamborn's office that the MAFs assigned to Peterson Air Force Base will be prepared and ready to engage in the fire as we need them beginning probably mid-morning tomorrow. Right now our mandatory evacuation area is about 24,000 acres. Right now we're estimating the fire to have consumed somewhere between 7,500 and 8,000 acres. It's affected a population of 5,469, and it contains about 1,966 homes. We do have a couple areas slightly to the east and to the north a little bit, that or to the south, I mean, where we're in a pre-evacuation status, so those people living in that general area just need to be aware. The newest addition to that would be from Ayers to Hodgen and Meridian to Eastonville. That covers about 957 residents and about 336 homes. We also have, I know at times when you do evacuations, lessons we've learned, a lot of people get concerned about their property, the security of their property. We have tremendous support from the Colorado Springs Police Department, and we have 20 National Guard troops that'll be arriving on scene to help us maintain security as well as do patrols throughout those communities that are evacuated. There's a lot of questions coming up. I know a lot of phones are ringing everywhere. Even all of your phones are ringing for citizens asking information. The citizen contact number is 444-8300. And then of course we have other numbers for the media. Now the first thing people want to know is, what is the status of my home? We do not have detailed information on that, but we are working as I speak to come up with a plan, most likely through electronic media as well as social media, and start identifying areas that we're absolutely sure homes were not burned, and we'll be working through the night to get that information out as quick as possible to the public. Just to kind of repeat, the general evacuation area where the fire is somewhat lies is on the west boundary would be Tahosa, and I think I reported earlier today Tahoma. It's actually Tahosa. On the east, Meridian, north at Hodgen, and then south would be Burgess. Right now those locations are holding, and the next question is containment. We are still at 0 containment. We've had a couple opportunities to fly over. We know there are structures damaged. We do not have a count on it. Our incident commander is estimating somewhere between 40 and 60. You could easily assume that that is higher than that, and we're considering that primary residence. It's just so premature to give out any solid numbers on that, but we know we have lost some structures, and we'll begin the assessment where it is safe to do so starting tonight to the best that we can. And again, we do have large animal shelters at the Norris Penrose Equestrian Center, as well as the Elbert County Fairgrounds. And then right now, the primary shelters we have identified is Palmer Ridge High School and New Life Church. And obviously, as information becomes available, we'll be happy to share that. One of the hopes that we have now, obviously with nightfall, a little bit cooler air, hope that the winds, they have certainly died down since earlier today. That's going to give our firefighters a much better advantage, if there is such a thing. And the fire is still pretty well scattered. It's not just one wall of fire like this community has seen. It has spotted, flared up, spotted ahead, flared up, and it's pretty well scattered with a concentration of flames moving to the east and somewhat to the northeast. And what I'll do now is try to answer some questions.